Episode 30. Welcome back to the podcast. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Happy Saturday. I'm going to wing it today. This is the first podcast I don't have my notebook in front of me, and I don't know. It's my Q&A episode, so I'm going to refer to my Instagram questions you guys asked me last night. How are you doing? How's your weekend going so far? I'm feeling really good today. It's still Christmas morning every time I wake up. Like, I genuinely get so excited to podcast, and it's insane. But I'm still kind of waking up right now, so it's gonna be a chill Q&A episode. I've got a lot of questions. Someone spammed me with like 10 questions they're all really good. So I'm gonna go through all of his questions and then some other ones. Start off with oh my gosh, I feel so naked without my notebook. I'm like, wait, Jacqueline, you didn't get your shit together before this episode, and now I'm just, dude. I'm on video right now. I have to do this in one take. I don't edit. Hang in there with me. Oh no, I'm feeling it though. I'm feeling like, you know what? I can do this. I gotta push myself. So, hi. Okay, Jacqueline, start with a coffee fact. So today I feel like my coffee facts are, I don't know. I want to change them to coffee stories, like short stories. And I thought it'd be interesting for you guys to know when my coffee career started. So today's coffee fact is, this is Jacqueline's coffee career. Like, this is when it all started popping off. So the fact of the day, I suck at this, dude. The fact of the day is Jacqueline's coffee career started at the Starbucks in the mall, drinking frappuccinos in middle school on field trip lunch breaks. Like, that's the moment I feel like like those field trips we take in middle school. I think like band field trips, we go to like a school and play or whatever, or we wouldn't go to a school and play. We would go to like Seattle and go to a museum or something about music. And then anyways, I just remember fondly going to the mall, getting a Java chip frappuccino. That's usually the one I would get, and then drinking them on the bus with like all of my friends. And that's when I knew like what caffeine was capable of. That's when I started realizing, like, oh, this is why my grandpa drinks coffee every morning. So yeah, I remember that. There's your coffee fact. Drank frappuccinos at the mall in middle school. And then from there, I think I graduated out of that into black coffee, and I started drinking it with my parents before school, and it was part of my life. So I pretty much drink it since middle school. But I remember, okay, now this is totally not a Q&A episode, but a Jeep truck just drove by. No. If you know anything about my opinion about Jeep trucks, go listen to like 3 episodes ago or something, because I went on a fucking rant about it. Cannot stand them. And anyways, it just went past my window and I had to mention it. I remember, this is what I wanted to say. My mom, I remember when we were younger, would always talk about how like caffeine stunts your growth and kids shouldn't drink it. And I was always afraid. I was like, wait, if I drink coffee, I'll never grow. I'll never get taller. And there was a girl in our school who, I remember my mom would like judge her mom for letting her drink coffee so young. And she's like, yeah, she's not going to develop properly. And I don't know. Shout out to my mom. We had some I don't know, some judgmental tendencies in our household about other people. I feel like dude, is that okay to say? Am I exposing my family right now? I feel like we like to talk shit and gossip, and who doesn't? You know what I mean? Your family probably sits around and bitches about other people, and it just bonds us. You know what I mean? It kind of feels good to be like, fuck them, we're doing it better. I raised my kids right. I didn't let them drink coffee until they were in middle school. Whatever. Okay, so dude, I'm gonna do the 24-hour update too, but let me drink some coffee first. I did my instant coffee again. My shot, like I make it like a shot of espresso, so it's really concentrated. But I need to report right now. My Aunt Heidi, if you're listening, This is the Cronut Gold Jacobs coffee. I like this better than the green cap. The gold cap I like better than the green cap. Sorry, that was a direct message to my aunt, but you're hanging out with me, and she just ordered some from Amazon because she knows I drink it, and they're making my sister and her. My sister's with my aunt right now until she finds her house. My sister. So let me tell a story. My sister just became a lawyer, and she's temporarily living with my aunt because it's close to where her office is. She's getting a house, but right now they're living together. And I saw my sister posted a whipped Cubano coffee recipe this morning. Dude, I should start whipping my coffee like we started. Remember back in the beginning of quarantine, everyone was making whipped coffee? Damn, I should do that. But I'm never gonna get sick of. I do my espresso shot instant coffee, and then I do almond milk, and then my pumpkin creamer. Oh my god, it's so good. Shit. Well, let's forget that I just burped and move to the 24-hour update. All right. So, as happy as I am podcasting, I'm not happy about my lifestyle outside of podcasting. Like, I got to give myself credit. I've done 30 episodes in 30 days, but the rest of my day is like a wash. Like, I don't care about anything else but this. So pretty much whatever I do for the rest of the day is like me just fucking around, doing just like chilling on my couch watching TV, like going to the store, like working out. My 24-hour update part of this podcast is starting to get really redundant, but here's what I did. So yeah, I chilled. I watched so I podcasted, then I watched in the afternoon I watched Whiskey Ginger, Andrew Santino's podcast, and I he was interviewing, was it Benny? I don't remember his name. Benny Blanco? Is that his name? I know he's like in the music industry, but he's like the only people that watch this podcast on YouTube are like angsty 16-year-old boys pissed off at their parents, like in their bedroom watching it, because Andrew sips whiskey on the podcast and interviews people and talks shit, and I was sitting there like, I'm a 26-year-old girl like midday watching this shit. But hey, as embarrassing as that is, like, whatever. I'm telling you guys everything. So yeah, I did that. I was barely on my phone yesterday. I don't know. I posted on Instagram all my podcast stuff at the very end of the day, but it felt good. I was just like I never grabbed it. I was just on my computer. I browsed on my computer, looked around at stuff all day, kind of cleaned up my computer. And then I went to the gym, of course. I did lower body, like another glute day. You know, every time I lift, it's getting a little bit better, and it feels like I'm getting it back. I'm getting my ass back. So I had a really great workout, and I'm pissed. My Whoop strap, I can't connect it. I need to update my app or something, but I wasn't able to see how my workout was after because my Whoop strap wasn't connected. So I was kind of pissed about that. But I have to tell a little story. So I know I keep mentioning every podcast like, oh, so many hot guys at the gym, so many hot guys at the gym. Well, I'm disregarding the fact that there are some hot check-in people. Who are they? The employees. And yesterday after my workout, I got a damn it, iTunes, stop jumping. I hate when the icons at the bottom of your screen like jump up so dramatically, like, attention please, something, you know, you get a notification that pops up. iTunes is like, Jacqueline, I cannot to the network. Anyways, so after my workout, I got a Gatorade and I got some water for the ride home because I ran out of water. And there's a guy at the front desk, and I had my headphones in like super tight because I have the like earbud kinds, and he was asking for my phone number for like, because you have to check in or to buy something, you have to give him your number, and I couldn't like hear myself talk because they were plugged in so tight, like earplugs, and so I was screaming, and he started laughing, and it was kind of this cute little interaction, and he was really cute, super tall, and anyways, we started small talking, and I was like, whoa, like I haven't done this in a while. It felt so weird to like, I don't know, like flirt with a stranger and not someone I know. Like it was like, whoa. But he was just like talking about, I haven't seen you around here. Are you new to this gym? And I kind of like told him how I moved to Little Italy, and we talked about like quarantine for a bit, or just like how this is such a poppin' part of San Diego, but it all got shut down when I moved. And anyways, he was telling me about he brought up, okay, this is what I think his strategy was, because I don't know what he's trying to do to me, but like he mentioned a restaurant, like a chef he knows in Little Italy. He's like, yeah, he's got this new place. I haven't tried it out yet. And I was like, oh, what was your name? Or I was like, oh, and, what's your name? Like I asked him his name right after he mentioned that, because I'm like, I know what's happening next. I kind of like cut it, but dude, if they start mentioning restaurants, I get anxiety. I'm like, oh fuck. Do you want to like go and like try it out with me? Let's go to this new restaurant together. Let's go on a fucking date. Dude, I got my grocery delivery blowing my phone up right now. Oh, they had to replace an item. No. Do not replace my Campari tomatoes with grape tomatoes. I will be pissed. What did they run out of? I'll get back to my boy story, and then I'll get into the Q&A. This can be a long fucking episode. I can already feel it. Hey, dude. They replaced my Chobani. They gave me Chobani yogurt instead of Faye or Phage. Greek yogurt. Fuck it. Whatever. It's the same shit. Anyways, I asked what his name was, and then I like left. But I was gonna say this too. If you in real life flirt with me, talk to me, if you're a guy out there in my DMs, like I'm gonna mention you. I'm gonna like bring you up. I'm not gonna say your name, but you might know who you are if you listen. So just be prepared to blush and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. She like told the story of me and her the other day. I don't know. Hey, I tell you guys everything, so just be prepared for that. Dude, okay, mom, you don't want to hear this, but I got a little too high last night. Like I've been here, like I've been smoking more regularly lately because it's just helping me, like, I don't know, at night just get out of my head and just like sleep really well, and also helping my soreness from lifting and everything. But it's nice. I used to smoke at night like every single night for like a year when I first moved to San Diego. Like I was constant, like that's what I did. Anyways, last night I smoked, and I have like a pen, and you know how like sometimes you like it's like, oh shit, that was so much, and I'm like coughing. I'm like, is that corona? Am I just like burning my lungs? I don't know. Anyways, I have to tell a story. So while I was ordering groceries, hold on, I need coffee. Okay, so fuck. I found when you're high and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? I had my ass. Okay, so I'm like, I'd watched some TV, I was just chilling, like wasn't really on my phone at all. But then I go to, I'm like, shit, I need to order my food because I'm like out of everything again. So I'm on the Amazon like Whole Foods app or whatever, or like ordering, and I found myself like, I have my big XL t-shirt on that I always like lounge around in my apartment with. I showered right from my workout, like no pants, no underwear, nothing. And I'm just sitting there. My ass is like, okay, I have my couch, and then my ottoman in front of it. And I'm like on my back. My like head is between the cushions. I'm like looking at my couch right now, between the cushions of my couch. And then my ass is like hanging off the couch. Legs are like hovering on the ottoman. It's hard to explain. Basically, it was like, I was like in between. I was like sitting in between the couch and the ottoman, but like hovering. And then like my shirt was just like up to my boobs. Like I had just my fucking vagina out, everything out, just like what the, and like ordering on Whole Foods, guys. You know, like in that moment, I've been laughing a lot alone and just laughing out loud at myself. And that was probably the funniest shit I found myself doing in a long time. And it was so mindless, and I was so hot because it's so hot in San Diego. So I was just like chilling, just trying to like, I don't know, air out before. Yeah. So that happened last night. Then I kind of slept in this morning, and I don't know, like drank my coffee, got my day started, checked my Q&A questions. There's some good ones. Yeah, so we'll get into that next, but that's pretty much what happened over the last day. Oh, and I finally figured out my YouTube uploading. So I have two video podcasts uploaded. You can check those out on my channel. Just search my name, Jacqueline Monroe. Hey. I'm still like, yeah, trying to like plug my YouTube. Oh, and also patreon.com/tjms if you want to support the show. I currently have 2 patrons, and it's super fun to shout you guys out at the end. And the one of the guys gets to call me once a week. Like the highest tier option gets to call Jacqueline. Like I do phone calls with my patrons. So check that out, patreon.com/tjms. And now let's do the Q&A. I'm feeling like I'm ready to answer some questions because it's Saturday and that's the purpose of this episode. Okay, so I'm looking at my phone now and I went to my note because I wrote some stuff yesterday. So before I get in the Q&A, I have to talk about something serious. Something serious because you know what? This is my deep thought of the podcast and it's going to get fun. Q&A in like 5 minutes. All right. I wrote this note here about what I struggle with. I'm oversharing a lot today. Like, yeah. Okay. So basically I realized that I like never feel like I live up to my expectations of myself. And I really like fight myself about that. And I feel like the reason this podcast feels so good is because the trajectory I was on was like the wrong one mentally. Like what I wanted myself, like how I envisioned myself was the wrong. I was thinking down the wrong route. There was a fork in the road and I went down the wrong fork in the road. So that's why like this podcast feels so good to do. It feels so right. It feels so authentic. It feels so me. Because everything I was trying to accomplish before as far as like influencer, beauty, photo shoots, that stuff that I YouTube blogger person with like a super beautiful aesthetic, like all that stuff that lane I was going down before, it was like going against the grain. It always felt like this pursuit of something that wasn't like, it was useless. I'm just going to say it. Like, I'm sorry. Here's my raw opinion about it because I don't know. You guys, maybe this is what you tune in for, but here's what I thought about. I wrote this on my little fucking note last night. Like, I don't know. It was probably high. Yeah, I was. Okay. So, sorry, Mom. I said, I feel like I realize that I follow a lot of beautiful people because they're beautiful, right? They're like, wow. They're inspiring. They're beautiful people. Like visually, like damn, they're beautiful, and I love that shit. I think that's awesome. I think wow, that's how cool is that human beings can look like fucking, I don't know, just amazing. Like I don't know. Like I've followed a lot of like models and like Instagram girls and guys too. Like whatever. But I realize when I'm following them, I'm like, I don't even know what the fucking sound of their voice sounds like. I don't know how they think. I don't know about like they don't really show anything else other than like they're riding on their looks, and that's great. Like that works for them. But I realized for myself, like if I pursued the, version of myself, that trajectory that I thought I wanted to go down with like photo shoots and like, I don't know, like aesthetics and pretty YouTube vlogs and all that stuff, like I realized like that no one would really even like if I did that, it doesn't feel like people would I don't feel like people would really know me, or like that's not really who I am. It's just like it looks nice and it sounds nice and it's like it's fun to look at. So I decided like this is my big like 2020 vision. Like I woke up to the fact that like to be authentic right now in 2020, to like come out and like just like show up on the internet as if you're my best friend and as if you know me. I gotta run my mouth for an hour every day, and I gotta do a podcast. That's what what the other thing works for a lot of people out there. I'm just saying that it never felt natural. It always felt like I was like romanticizing the idea of it. I'm talking about, I've mentioned this so many times, and I wonder if any girls out there can relate to this. Like I follow pretty people on Instagram. I've done that for years. I see like the type of content they make, and I'm like, oh, like I should do that too. Like I should, yes, say yes to a photographer in the DMs, and like, yes, go work with a bikini company and like do a photo shoot, or like whatever, make YouTube videos and show people how to, style my outfit. And like, I was convinced like that's what I should do. And then I don't know. I a lot of times I mocked it and made fun of it because I felt probably just jealous. I was like, oh, fuck this. Like, but honestly, it all ended up leading me to the right, like those thoughts and those judgments. I'm a bitch. No. I'm supportive. Like, I know that's a different hustle that a lot of people are successful with, and I support it. It's just, it didn't work for me. So it led me, my judgmental, like, cynicism. I don't even know. Cynicism? Whatever. It led me to podcasting. Hi, I'm a daily podcaster. I podcast 7 days a week. Let's do the Q&A. But I had that deep thought. I was like, oh, I need to say this before I get funny with the Q&A. Song of the day, Waka Flocka. Oh, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. I wrote that on a note. Song of the day. I haven't done one of those in a while. Dude, Waka Flocka last night was really helping my workout. So that is your song of the day. And then I have another note here. Guys that use too many emojis annoy me. Especially the little this is what I literally wrote this on a note. Guys that use too many emojis annoy me, especially the heart eyes and then like the heart, like warm and fuzzy like hearts around them. I don't know. It just like, it's a turn off. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's because it's like too like, I don't know, like I'm not used to guys being like, I don't know, expressing themselves with so many emojis. And I've been following this person. I won't obviously name drop, but I'm like, dude, this doesn't match. Like, it's just, it doesn't add up. Like, you're annoying with your so many heart eye emojis. It's just, sorry. That's just my opinion. Moving on. Q&A. First question. Wait, let me get to it. Oh, let's coffee. How was that like 7-minute monologue about me deciding I don't want to be an influencer for the 50th time on this podcast? Like, I mention it fucking every time, every day. I'm like, I decided that the influencer life wasn't for me and the like aesthetic stuff wasn't for me, so I made a podcast, and that is my life story. Okay, first question. What do you ask for when you get your hair blonde? As you know, I just got it bleached again. I just said, bleach me out, bitch. I literally just told her, bleach me out. Because I wanted my roots, I wanted to look like as albino blonde as possible, like to the root. Because usually I get a root they like put a root shadow in, so when it grows out, it looks natural. But I don't know. I'm just like over having to always like get it retouched. I've only had to do that two times now, so I can't. It's not that dramatic, but yeah, I just like ask. Well, the first time I went, I said, so if you want to know like what I asked for initially, I was brunette, and I said, hi, I'd like to be blonde when I leave this salon. And 7 hours later, and multiple hundreds of dollars later, up almost $1,000 later, I was a blonde Barbie in one session. And then I, quarantine happened, and then I had to go back 6 months later to get my roots redone. Basically, I'm like, I just want to look blonde. And I have a theory. Here, I'm full of opinions today. This is my thought about being blonde. Like, be blonde or be brunette. All right? I'm sorry, but like when I don't know how to say this, but I get annoyed. I don't know why, but guys, I have like, this is how my brain works. I'm like, when I see a brunette with like a lot of highlights or just like a lot of dimension going, that's like half blonde, half brunette, it looks like, first of all, it's like a waterfall of colors. It's beautiful. But I'm just like, choose, like, be blonde. Don't half-ass this, like, be blonde. And so, wow. I mean, like, balayage is the thing, and like ombre is the thing, and it's like, it looks nice. But when I like this is what I'm so like visual and creative, I guess. But like when I see, if you put like a spectrum of hair colors in front of me and like lined a bunch of people up, the most like contrast looks the best, meaning the highest contrast, meaning like platinum blonde or like dark brown or black. Like the contrast is the most, to me, like the most attractive. It like looks the best. Like think of Marilyn Monroe. Think of like if you think of like, I'm talking like platinum girls, like Playmates and stuff, like there's a reason, like it looks really good. And then like the highlighted stuff, you're kind of like balayaging and painting on little strips of lighter colors. Like it looks nice, but I don't know, when you see if someone walks in that room with a platinum head of hair, it's striking. You know what I mean? I want to be striking. So I told her, bleach me out, and that's to answer your question, just tell them to bleach you out. And you know what? show him pictures. I went on Google Images and I showed how someone's hair looked, like full bleach. And I said, I want to look like her. And we both laughed because the girl looked like a train wreck in the photo. It was like a weird MySpace selfie from like 2007 that was on Google. Next question. Have you found your kitten yet? What will you name it? As you know, I've been wanting a cat. I really want to adopt a kitten because, like, I like dogs. You know what I mean? Like, I want to, of course, like, I want a golden retriever, but I live in a one bedroom apartment. I just couldn't keep even a small dog in here all day. I couldn't do it. I don't want to deal with that, especially, I don't know. I want a yard. So once I have a yard, I'll get a big dog. But I know I haven't found my kitten yet. I've kind of put that on hold until the new year because I'm going home for a month, and if I get one now, I'm gonna have to like figure out what to do with it while I leave, or like get an emotional support animal certificate so it can fly with me. I don't know. I don't want to deal with it right now. So the kitten is coming. I will be adopting a kitten probably beginning of next year, January. Okay, next question. Great question. What would I name it? Dude, let's search some cute cat names. How are you doing? Is this podcast good? Q&A Saturday. Is this like number 4? Cute cat names. Jamie. Okay, let's read these out. Should I be Joe Rogan for Halloween? Shut the fuck up, Jacqueline. You'd stop talking. Dude, quit. Jacqueline, leave. Just like shut your microphone off right now. Oh god, these are cute cat. Best girl cat names. Bella, Stella, Arabella, Ella, Sasha. No, these all suck. These are not cute. Dude, I'm gonna name my kitten Nugget. My sister, when I used to have a little white cat, well, it's at my grandparents' house. It lives under a tree right now. Cindy is her name. She's a white cat. I don't know how she's made it this long being a white cat out in farmland where, okay, eagles can see, like if you're soaring up above a farm, like my grandparents kind of live in, like they have a little farm, and a white cat is like, it stands out. It's easy. It's an easy target. And I don't know how Cindy's survived. She's an outdoor cat, 100%. She lives under a tree. She hasn't gotten eaten yet. And usually white cats don't make it that long. Anyways, but yeah, I've actually witnessed a cat get, an eagle take a cat up. Dude, should I tell more farm stories today? Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, my sister hatched a duck, I think in 4th grade. Yeah, like they incubated it in class and my sister took it home. Like we got to keep it, or she got to keep it because we had farmland. We had like a place for it. And so this was like the class hatchling duck. And I remember it, my grandpa took it because he had a big pond at his Christmas tree farm. And anyways, it like grew older, it got bigger. And I remember, I don't know, maybe I was like 11 or 12. I don't really remember how old I was, but kind of back in the day, like the 05 days. And he like took photos of an eagle taking the duck. Like he could have shot the eagle. No, he could have shot the eagle. Grandpa, why didn't you try to save the duck? But he took like photos of it. Anyways, I remember that so well. Like, why am I telling this story? Oh, farm stories. Wait, this is like not adding up. Dude, I have no way of remembering my trains of thought. Oh, my kitten, cute cat names. Oh, Cindy the white cat that hasn't gotten taken by an eagle yet. Anyways, I named my cat Nugget, and no, I have not found my kitten. Next question. My mom asked me a question that's very triggering, so I'm going to answer hers first. Mommy, where is it? There it is. Okay, this is triggering, and I'll tell you why. This is kind of... Oh, okay, hold on. So my mom's question for my Q&A today is, what is most important to you? Okay, so this is why it's triggering. Like when I saw that come in my little Q&A box thing, I was like, I know what she's thinking. I've had this struggle for like 2 years now since I lived in San Diego, trying to like convey I feel like I have to explain myself or like reinforce the fact that family is the most number one important thing to me. Like when her question is, what is the most important thing to you? Family, 100,000 billion trillion % mom. But I feel like she asked me this question because she's like, I don't get it. My daughter moved to California, so far away from Washington, and it's like she doesn't have any ties to family anymore, or really care about us. She's never, she sees us a couple times a year, and it's like she doesn't really care about family because she doesn't live close to us. So I don't understand. But so that's why it's triggering, because I feel like I've constantly had to try to like explain that I love you guys, like I miss you guys. I had to spread my little duck wings and fly to I had to fly south, okay? I love it here. This is my dream. I'm living my dream every day. I'm podcasting every day now, and I'm living in California. Dude, I got it fucking made. This is like the fucking life. And dude, it's a 2-hour plane ride away. So it's not that dramatic, Mom. I can see family very like efficiently and quickly if I really need to. Dude, let's get a PJ. Mom, let's invest in a PJ for the fam. Let's get a little private plane. It's I'll just park it in I'll fly to, what am I saying? I'm looking at, I have a runway close by. This is dumb. Why did I just say that? I just want to tell my mom that I can see her quickly if, I don't really freak out the fact that I'm so far down here because I can just fly in 2 seconds. Okay, next question. This one doesn't track or make any sense, but I'm going to read exactly how it's written. What the fuck is so hot? I don't pays to live with this heats. So English is a second language there, and it's okay. You know what? I get what you're saying. So you're pissed it's hot right now, and you didn't pay for your apartment in California to live in this much heat, something along those lines. And I agree, it is too hot. And again, I'm sweating in my sweatshirt sitting here, but it's my lucky podcasting sweatshirt, and I'm superstitious like that. It's my good luck charm. And yeah, always sweating. But yeah, California needs to cool the fuck down. And I'm looking at, I get really, like every time I check the weather, I'm like, oh fuck, what's it gonna be next week? And it's dropping down the 70s finally. But nighttime sucks. It's like still like 70s at night. Like, I just need to figure out my AC. Next question. If a random person asked you to go with him for dinner, where would you go? I don't know. I like to get surprised, or like, I like it when they like, come pick me up and then just take me somewhere. I'm not choosy or picky, but like, where would I want to go for dinner? Like tonight? Probably like a cute little Italian place. Like a sit down, like white linen, Italian place, some nice candles, ambiance, outdoor seating, of course, social distancing, of course. But yeah, that's like what I'm feeling. So yeah, if a random guy asked me to go to dinner tonight, I'd be like, let's go get like, some pasta and like drink some red wine. And that's more of like a winter date. Like, I don't know, maybe go for some sushi. Down in California right now, I'd do sushi because it's too fucking hot for like heavy, like, I don't know, pasta and stuff. All right, let's get to the next questions here. Star Wars or Star Trek? Okay. So I grew up with both. That's like tough. Like, how would I answer this if I had to choose? You know what? I'm going to have to go with Star Trek. If I had to choose between the two, Star Trek it is. That's my answer to the question. I grew up, this is the thing, the reason I say this is because Star Trek was like the background show constantly on in the garage when my dad was out working, doing something out in the garage. You know what I mean? Like we had this little TV that would always play like Next Generation Star Trek, or we watched, like I grew up watching that version or that series. And then also we used to watch, like we had Star Trek movies. There's like, I don't know, there's like series, like shows, and then Star Trek movies, like First Contact. I remember watching, there's like Borgs where they have these like they're half human and like half robot people. And I don't know, like I remember watching all those, and maybe I don't know. Like Star Wars was great, you know what I mean? But Star Trek is just like, it's like a different vibe when you watch it. It's more like, I don't know, kind of like, it's like Seinfeld versus, how would I describe that? Like Seinfeld would be like Star Trek, Star Wars would be like, why can't I think of an example? Something more like The Office. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, everyone's seen The Office, everyone's seen Star Wars, but I feel like Star Trek's one of those things. It's like you either grew up with it and saw and like watched it, or you didn't. And I remember, so when I got my MacBook in 7th grade, oh my god, that was like the best time ever. Buying my first MacBook, like going in the Apple store, that new MacBook smell, like that when you open like the packaging. I remember like I saved the box and everything. Anyways, in 7th grade, I got a laptop and I started watching. It had a DVD entrance, had a DVD garage, had a DVD garage on the side of it, and I played. My dad had the fucking Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise, series, that show, and I watched like every single day. I watched that show, and I'm trying to think of the intro music to that. Has anyone seen Star Trek Enterprise? If you know that series, it was good. It was more like modern than the Next Generation series, but the beginning song was so good. It's like it's like the Deadliest Catch theme song, but it's not. No, 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 no. I can't remember it, but anyways, and then the movies, Star Trek movies, we'd sit around and watch, and they really scared the fuck out of me, but I still watched them. So my answer to your question is Star Trek over Star Wars. Next question. Oh, my phone's glitching. Do you have a podcast? I mean, I don't know. It's a talk show. Let's call this a talk show, not a podcast. All I do is talk about it. So it's kind of funny every day. I'm like, there's like a little, like I write in my story on Instagram. I'm like, I have a podcast, but like really tiny letters in the background of everything. So yeah, I guess it's a talk show, but this is the new wave. Everyone's saying that like podcasts or talk shows are like, it's like the new thing, doing this every day. Have you looked at, oh wait, what are your thoughts on Jocko Willink? Willink? I mean, he's the discipline equals freedom guy. I've listened to his podcast before. I like looking at his 4 a.m. Instagram picture, like his watch pictures. It's just like every time I see one of those, I'm like, fuck you. Who gets up that early to work out before the sunrise? And it's his thing. He's a badass. I really like how he thinks, and I like when he's like, I've listened to a lot of his podcasts with other people when he, someone if Rogan interviews him and shit. But I don't know. I think he's a cool guy. I like Jocko. He's got a book, right? I was reading. I was like flipping through. It was at Walmart, and I that's like the last time I saw that book, and I was flipping through it, and yeah, good shit, good stuff. Next question, Q&A Saturday. We're getting through this. NFL or UFC? Hands down NFL. Like, I don't follow the I don't follow the UFC closely. Like I follow their Instagram. Like I know what fights are going on, but I'm not like a diehard it would be fun to go, and I've never attended a UFC fight, or like I've never really I feel like the only reason I give a fuck about UFC is because of like the Joe Rogan podcast, like the MMA episodes when they I listen to those. So I've gotten a real good education on the UFC because of that. And I'm aware of it. I'm not I didn't grow up watching I didn't anyways. I like the NFL. I love football games. I like the football culture, like the tailgating lifestyle, the drinking and games lifestyle. I miss college football for sure. But yeah, NFL over at UFC. That is my answer. Seahawks are playing. They're in Miami, right? Yeah, they're in Miami this weekend. Let's go to Google. Got the NFL schedule pulled up. Sunday, October 4th. Seahawks at Dolphins. Yeah, we're going to kill them. 3-0, bitch. 1-2 Dolphins. Who else is playing? Well, pretty much everyone, but what other games are going? Ooh, Patriots, Chiefs. Patriots 2-1. Oh, Chiefs 3-0. That's going to be a good game. Yes, I'll be watching football this Sunday. All right, next question. So, but yeah, my answer is NFL. Oh man, I just, you know what? There's something about it. You know what it is for me? It's so, and this kind of goes to your next question. Is there a sport that you've wanted to try but haven't yet? Like, I feel like in another life I want to be a football player. I want to know what it's like to be out there and be on the field and score a touchdown, and like I love playing catch. You know what I mean? Like if we're out on the beach with a football, like I love going long for like I'm like the running back. You know what I mean? I'm just like, or wide receiver, just like catching the thing. I love that shit. I love, like, I don't know. I just love football, and so yeah. If there's a sport that I've wanted to try but haven't yet, obviously like I wouldn't play football. What's another sport that I haven't tried that I've wanted to? I don't know. I mean, snowboarding. I've never snowboarded. I've only skied. So maybe snowboarding. That's something I want to try out. Surfing. I really terrified of that. Oh my gosh, dude! San Diego, up in Torrey Pines, out on the beach or out in the water at Torrey Pines, like 2 days ago. There's aerial footage of like 12 great whites, like 7 foot long great whites, which I don't know if that's that big, but and there's like people on their surfboards, and then like underneath where the sharks just going around. So yeah, you know what? Surfing, there's something about that water. I feel too vulnerable. I feel like it's a death sentence as soon as I jump in and surf. Even though like shark attacks are really unlikely, or like, it's like super uncommon. But yeah, maybe surfing. What other sports? Am I like staying on task with these questions? I answer your question. So Star Trek. Yes, I have a podcast. NFL over UFC. If I haven't played a sport that I've wanted to try, it'd be football, but surfing or snowboarding. Can't really think of anything else. Boxing, like I'd like to go fuck some shit up with some gloves, you know what I mean? I feel like I'd be good at that. I don't know. All right, next question. Green grapes. Dude, I love these types of questions. Like keep it simple. I'm 3 years old. This is like if you can ask me questions that a 3-year-old could easily answer. That's what I like to see. Ah, fuck, too much ice in my mouth. Don't tell my dentist. Does this mean I'm low on iron if I'm chewing ice? Because I love to chew ice. ASMR. Green grapes or purple grapes? Damn it, they're so good. Green grapes can lean more sour, and that's kind of like annoying. I gotta say red grapes, purple grapes, red grapes. Yeah. And I do have some frozen ones in my freezer right now. I have freeze grapes. It's a little like nighttime snacky poo. They're so good. Freeze your grapes. Tip of the day. I'm an influencer. It's like a nice little dessert if you want something like cold and sweet. But yeah, I'm gonna say red grapes over green grapes. Except the green grapes that are crazy, and I don't understand this technology, are the cotton candy grapes. Have you guys ever had those? Where they actually taste like cotton candy, and I'm like, I remember when I was studying abroad, I was like in Waitrose in London, and I was like, they call it candy floss grapes. Candy floss grapes. That's what their cotton candy is called. Candy floss. Fucking love England, dude. Next question. Have you seen the movie The Game? No, I haven't actually. Wait, let me see if I have. I have like a bad memory about movies. The Game. I feel like maybe I have. I like know what movie that is, but I don't. Oh, I don't think I have. The Game movie. Is this annoying when I have to Google stuff because I don't know? Michael Douglas and Sean Penn. Can't say I have, but that looks like a good classic, like, movie that I should have probably seen, but I never did. So no, I have not. Dude, I'm so honest. I feel like my old self would try to be like, I'm so cool. Like, I'm a movie buff. I know. And then I'd like researched the answer to the question before and like go on IMDb or whatever the fuck and like talk about Sean Penn and like act like I knew what was going on. Dude, don't be a faker. Just tell people the truth. It feels good. It's so therapeutic, man. Just be honest. Did I just expose like my past self? But that's how my brain in the past would work. Like, I just want people to accept me, and I don't want to sound ignorant if I don't know what the game movie is. I don't want to sound uneducated or out of like uncool. No, like not cool. I got Jesus Christ barefoot walking down the street right now. Like blonde, long hair though. Kind of hot. I haven't really people watched much today. Next question. Oh, fuck this question. What is the best kind of dessert? Fuck. Okay. So I know this is like Jacqueline, just pick an answer. Don't be indecisive. Like if you had to pick, what would you say? I love talking about food on this podcast. I think you guys like it too. It's like it's comfy. You know what I mean? Let's talk about dessert. Let's talk about just pound in our face with sugar right now. Okay. All-time classic, never can go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie, right? But there's categories. So like cookies, just a chocolate chip cookie suffices. You know what I mean? It's perfect. It's just it works. And I think, is there a chocolate chip cookie documentary yet? Like when did that get invented? And I need to see like the history of it in an hour-long documentary. I need to see that. I feel like who invented it? I want to know their name. I should do my research on that. Because I bake a lot and I haven't baked those in so long though. Like I need a mixer. I don't like buy cookie ingredients. I don't know. Fucking cookies are great. Okay, cake. So people are like, cake is too dry. It's like too much frosting. It's too sweet. Da, da, da. Like fuck off. Cake is amazing. Cake and ice cream, fucking amazing. Dude, Costco sheet cakes, weirdly, fucking love. Because it's like, it's kind of like shitty quality, but there's something about that like buttercream that's so like fake tasting. But dude, cold cake. I'm a cold cake bitch. Do not put that out at room temperature at the birthday party. Take it out of the fridge or right when you're gonna serve it. I cannot stand room temperature cake. I am very opinionated about my sweets because you know what? I'm seriously like at heart, like I am a little like, is this offensive? Fuck it. I'm like a little fat kid inside at all times. Like mentally I'm there. I'm always like, I love dessert. I like food. I like all the things, but I try to like, it's everything in moderation and balance. You know what I mean? If I've learned anything, it's like, don't freak out about having cake. You can have it, just like, don't have it 24, like don't have it every fucking day. I feel like I had to disclose that, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like insecure about talking about sweets and desserts for some reason. I don't know why. It's probably because of social media. People have convinced me that like gluten-free, no sugar is the way to go, and I'm saying, fuck it. But dude, yeah, cold fucking Costco cake. Why did I just mention that? No, but my favorite like cake is like carrot cake. I love. Great dessert. Dude, I just like, I don't know, anything really. Pie, like my grandma's pies, like apple pie with ice cream. You know what I like? Here's my answer. I like when you have a dessert with like ice cream on the side, like something warm with like an ice cream on the side, like a lava cake with ice cream, like that kind of shit. What else though? Is there anything I'm missing? Dude, Reese's PB cups. Reese's PB cups. Oh my gosh, I should play this Instagram post I did like 2 years ago. I thought, oh my gosh, this is a funny little witty thing I did. It was like before Halloween. Here, I'll play it. Maybe you guys have, I don't know, you guys probably have not seen this on my Instagram, but dude, it's so deep. This is about Reese's peanut butter cups. Let me get the volume up. So, I'm on a beach run, and I'm listening to podcasts where they're talking about Halloween candy. And it got me reflecting on how much I would take a bullet for a Reese's peanut butter cup. Now, if you don't agree that the Reese's peanut butter cup is the king of all candy, I want you to find a chair, get comfortable, and reflect on what's wrong with you. So anyways, I don't know if you could hear that very well, but I said I would take a bullet for Reese's peanut butter cup, and that is my truth. So, you know what? There's another documentary. Who the fuck invented peanut butter and chocolate? And I need to know the history of that. Find a chair. So if you don't think Reese's peanut butter cups are the king of all candy, find a chair. Reflect on what's wrong. Dude, I don't know who I was 2 years ago, but I sounded cuter. I feel like my voice was cuter back then. Okay, next question. What did I answer there? My favorite dessert is like everything. I just like chocolate chip cookies. Fuck it. I don't know. Next question. I don't know. I'm like, am I missing one that I can't think of? I love ice cream. Like, I love everything. Oh my god, it's fucking sugar. It's literally it's literally an addictive drug. Mm. I like an affogato too, though. Like after an Italian meal. Affogato, bitch. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, so this question is, what is the bravest thing you've ever done? And I immediately knew the answer to this. So I worked for MoveU. When I moved to San Diego, I like dated the CEO. I lived with him for like a whole year. It's a interesting story I've never told, really. I don't even think I've said that much about it. But anyways, I worked for MoveU, and I think the bravest thing I've ever done is literally just walk in there and clear off my desk and quit cold turkey. And yeah, that was terrifying, but also like the best decision I've ever made in my life. So yeah, I feel like that was brave. And then it's cool now, like after the fact, looking back, going, I wasn't insane for doing that, because literally like 90% of the employees I used to work with are no longer there, and see what I saw. So I dramatically exited it and quit cold turkey. And yeah, that was probably the bravest thing I've ever done. I mean, you could argue, yeah, moving to California by yourself is brave. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, wait, another brave story. So there's like a multiple, I could section this off into 3 different stories, but I got on a plane by myself, flew to London, took the tube through the city. So I went from I wasn't at the Heathrow. I was at what's the other airport? Starts with like a G, right? Gibraltar Airport, London airports. Jamie. Gatwick. Yeah, I was at Gatwick. So then I took the train into London from Gatwick, got on the tube, went to, what's that train station called? Train station London. Dude, I like researching while I talk. Train stations London. I know what it's going to be called. It's going to come right up. St. Pancras International. So yeah, I went from or was it King's Cross? Whatever. It was either King's Cross or St. Pancras. So I went Vancouver, BC. That's where my flight was out of. Flew to London, into Gatwick, train into London, like from outside the city into in the city. St. Pancras, King's Cross, or whatever. Got on a train to Manchester. Manchester. Dude, I'm all alone. I got a fat suitcase with me. Like, I'm lugging around the train stations. And I went up to Manchester. I had my travel clothes on, like some Lulu shit, you know what I mean? Just like some black plain clothes. I'm in the train, and I go into a tiny little stall. This is the bravest thing I've done. I've done it. When I really think about it, I'm telling the story. I went into the little stall on the train, which they're so tiny, like it's crazy. And I put on a red blouse. I still have it, I think. No, wait, maybe I don't. No, I think it's my I kept it because it means a lot. It's like a special, it's like symbolic. And then I remember my like high-waisted jeans and my black boots. I got them from fucking Australia. Like shipped. That was like when I was trying hard with fashion. I like shipped some boots from Australia. I had those on. Pretty sure this was the outfit. Yeah. I had like high-waisted jeans, leather boots, like knee-high, a red blouse. I like went into my seat, and literally I like nervous peed for like an hour, and it was like the train's about to stop and I couldn't stop peeing because I was so nervous. And then, dude, this is the bravest shit I've done. So I, again, flew by myself from Vancouver to London. London train, another train in Manchester, quickly changed. I fucking get off the train, step off the train. I'm 20 years old at the time. I'm 20. And I greet a man and meet someone for the first time that way. That's how we met. Girl flew to boy in another country across the world. Thank you, Harry Styles, for being you. Because there's a connection there. So that was cool how that all unveiled itself. I don't know. Maybe I've told that on the pod. I don't think I've really told this story on the podcast before. So yeah, that's probably the bravest thing I've done. Nice. That's a good question. Quitting my job and like meeting a man by myself. I would never do that. I don't feel like I'd ever do that now. Maybe I would. I just feel like I'd be too paranoid now. I don't know. Next question. Do you want kids? Of course. Like, I'm 26 now, so I mean, I'm not attached to like deadlines with life, and like I don't have expectations of like an age where I want something to happen. I just assume like, yeah, probably in my 30s, early 30s, I'll be having kids, I assume. But yeah, I want kids. I definitely at least want two. But it's like not a now thing, but it's, you know, it's a later thing, a later date. And I don't care if they're boys or girls. Like, I'm not like, oh, I want two boys, or oh, I want a girl and a boy. Like, I don't care. Okay, next question. Would you rather live in the sci-fi universe or the fantasy universe? Fantasy isn't that's more like Game of Thrones. And like Star Trek is more like sci-fi stuff, I guess. Sci-fi. Yeah. Aliens, outer space, sci-fi for sure. Yeah, sci-fi. Good question. What are you afraid of? Oh, fuck. That's like, okay, recently, this whole year, and I don't even like talking about it. It makes me feel weird. I've been thinking about death more than ever, I guess, this year, because like, especially because I came across these rappers that I thought were alive that died, and it tripped me out when I found out Juice WRLD was gone and Pop Smoke, and I like freak out so much. Like Kobe and everything still really like messes me up when I think about it. But recently I've been thinking about like family members, kind of like getting a call about a family member, or that's probably my biggest fear. It's like losing someone in my family. Tragically, of course. Anyway, but I don't know. It's like weird to like consciously think like, go, that is what I'm afraid of. Like I can make it about me though. Like what am I like for myself? What I'm afraid of? I feel like regret, and I'm already noticing that this decision I've made to podcast 7 days a week is like, I know it's like bulldozing me into this position in life where I know that I will not regret this, and I am living my truth. I am following my dreams, because I've basically been 1 foot in and 1 foot out of like pursuing social media stuff and content creation and all that for the last like 8 years of, you know, Instagram and everything, where I've been like holding down a job, but my dream was to be like a YouTuber. And you know, I've been 1 foot in, 1 foot out, where now I feel like I will not regret any of this, because I don't know, I'm like all in. I'm doing it, and I know now what it's like to wake up every day and be so passionate about something where it's like all you want to do every day. Like, I don't want to do this 5 days a week, because what am I like on the other 2 days? I'm going to be like, I just want to make a podcast. So I don't know. Don't talk to me about burnout. You don't know me, dude. Think about how many hours on your phone you are a day, like just chilling, watching your social media. My realization about podcasting is the fact that, like, for the same amount of time, I'm basically trading the time I was using just mindlessly consuming other people's content. I'm like using that time towards making my own content and being a content creator myself and doing podcasting. So anyways, I guess like my biggest fear, to answer your question, would be like for myself, like not achieving what I want or whatever. But now I've got, see, the thing is I've been wishy-washy, right? Excuse me. But now I have a specific goal, where before it was like maybe I'll do that, maybe I'll do that. Da, da, da. No, it's like now Jacqueline's a daily fucking podcaster. Neighbors are like, Jacqueline, what the they don't even know my first name. I don't think they do, but they're probably confused. Now it's like you have a specific goal and it's called podcasting, and that feels so good to like brand myself, just like have that epiphany with myself, you know what I mean? So dude, heights though, fuck off. I can't do heights. If you want to know what else I'm afraid of, cliffs, bitch. Dude, if you want to know, this is my theory about the simulation. Goats on cliffs. Like, glitch, 100%. That's a simulation glitching, because that's why. Like, what is their thought process? What is their what is the point? There's like no foliage on the side of the cliffs, and if there is, it's like just eat the grass on the ground. Why do they have to go, oh, I want the tree up on the top of the cliff, I'm gonna climb it? It doesn't look real. And it's like their little hooves are barely, they're like, just Google pictures of goats on cliffs if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel like it was like a 2018 thing. People were like, holy shit, like goats on cliffs. It's so funny looking. But anyways, I just see like, or also these free solo climbers. That's not human, dude. Like, what the fuck? How do they do it? I know they are missing like a piece of their brain, like a part of their brain is different than most people, but I don't know. Next question. Why am I getting tired? Should I wrap this up? Should I end this? I have a couple more questions. Let's see if any new ones came in. If you could spend 48 hours with anyone in the world, who would you spend it with and why? 2 days with someone, anyone in the world. Donald Trump, man. I just want to know what that's like. There's so many people. This is such a hard question. There's so many people I'd want to spend 2 days with. Like, I'm thinking, okay, my celebrity crushes, of course, like all of them. Like, if I could, like, be someone's boo thing for 2 days, like in Hollywood, you know, or like a famous celebrity person, like I have a crush on, that'd be cool. But then also like a great mind I could hang out with. Elon, holy shit. I feel like currently it'd be Elon, or 2 days with Elon would be sick, just to like see what that's like. Because here's the thing, like I'm really curious about people's behind the scenes life. Like, what is it like to like, what do they do in the morning? Like, what do they eat for breakfast? Like, what is their routine like, that are literally billionaires running huge companies and everything? Like, I just want to know like this, like the behind the scenes of that shit. So it'd be fun to hang out with someone like that for 2 days. Not like Bezos. I'd be more like the Elon, on the Elon side of things. Are there any like dope women out there I want to be hanging with for 2 days? Yeah, I mean, there's so many people. Who else is like dope that I follow that I'd love to hang out with? So many people. For 2 days, I don't think maybe just, I don't know, Elon. That's all I can think of right now. Like on Instagram, like who would I want to hang with? Oh my God, Whitney Cummings, honestly. I'm obsessed with her. I'm fucking obsessed with her. I keep saying, like, I see Whitney on her podcast, and I see her on her Instagram stories, and I'm like, dude, this is literally me in the future. I can see it already. I don't know why. I just see it. I'm like, there's something about her that she's so relatable and so, I don't know. I get her, like her vibe and everything, but she'd be super fun to hang out with. Just like play with her dogs and like go horse riding and shit. I don't know. Yeah, that's a fun question, but I don't think I did a very good job answering it. I mean, Elon or Trump or Hot Man? No, Hot Man probably. Next question. What killed all the dinosaurs? I don't fucking know. Sorry, I keep swearing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. The older I get, the more I'm just like, this feels so weird and fake. Like, maybe because of technology now, but like thinking about dinosaurs, like T-Rexes and the Stegosauruses and the fucking dragon, motherfucking flying pterodactyl things. Like, the fact that I'm just like, okay, in my little head, my little weak brain, I'm like, how has science, how have like a handful of scientists put their heads together and come up with evidence that like a meteor hit bajillion years ago? Like, they can date shit back, and I know there's like carbon dating. That's how that works, or something, where they like the rock, they like divide time based on like carbon or something like that. It's weird, but I'm like, how the fuck did they come up with that? Like, it just blows my mind, and just finding like dinosaur bones is so strange. And I don't know, it trips me up. Like, I guess like a meteor came and hit, but like, I don't know, was it the ice age? I don't know about that. Like, there's two butterflies outside. That's really cute. They're yellow. They're like in love. They're just they just like spun around each other really fast. That was so cool. Yeah, that's even that trips me out too. Like, butterflies, cocoons, like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, the older I get more and more in my head and confused, and like so like brain dead about the world and why we're here, and like dinosaurs and animals, and I don't know what killed the dinosaurs. I mean, apparently a meteor did, according to science and according to what we know, but I don't know. I mean, I look at crocodiles, I'm like, they're still here. Chickens, still here. I used to own chickens. Those motherfuckers are like, I miss having a chicken coop. I did chicken coop my whole life until I became an adult, and it sucks. They stink like shit though. Like, I could not have it. I was like envisioning myself getting a chicken in my apartment. Shit, I don't know what killed the dinosaurs. That's a good question though. I realized I pretty much just read one person's questions today because he spammed me, and I have more, but that just went on for like way too long. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the podcast, the Saturday Q&A here. Go over to patreon.com/tjms if you want to support the show. Become a patron, or you can subscribe in addition to, or all up to you. You have the freedom to choose here. I'm not pressuring you, but you can go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel to watch the video podcast of me staring off to the left, people watching the whole time. Like, I'm always looking out the window on my YouTube video, like waiting for someone to walk across. And I do not have any man bun neighbor updates today, by the way. I haven't seen him all day. So yeah, YouTube and Patreon if you want to support the show. Let's like, I mean, I could keep answering questions. How long do you want me to do this podcast? I don't know. Jacqueline, how can you talk for an hour a day just like coming up with stuff to talk about? I don't know. I have an overactive brain or something. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I could hit up the DMs for answers. Oh, my sister messaged me about her coffee recipe. Dude, I haven't talked to her in like 2 months. She's just like living her lawyer life, and I'm not important anymore. It's not like that. I know what she's up to. She's like trying to stay focused and like do a good job. Her new job. So let's talk about like, I don't know. I was thinking about it like, God damn, I got water. I got coffee on my keyboard here. I was thinking about like, oh, I could talk about what I'm gonna do today, and like, is that boring? But basically got groceries delivered. You guys don't know this, but at a part of the podcast, I paused it to pick up my groceries. So I'm gonna roast. I'm gonna do some like fall recipes today. Meal prep. It's Saturday, you know what I mean. I'm gonna do like butternut squash, zucchini roasted, and then spaghetti squash. Then I have another round of ground beef. I'm doing ground beef again for my protein. I don't know, I'm on a beef kick again. Like I've been doing chicken for so long and tuna and eggs and egg whites and I just want beef. Okay, and steak and stuff. I'm feeling it. It's like fall. I want something like meatier. And I'm going to make that. What else did I get for veggies? I don't know. I'm going to like chop up my peppers and carrots and everything. Just like get everything prepped. So I'm going to do that today. Oh, I got a bunch of apples. Apples are in season. I got some Fuji's. The Honey Crisps are good, but sometimes they're like too sweet. I don't know. That's me talking about desserts earlier. How is that possible? But like, I kind of like how the Fuji is. It's like a perfect apple flavor. So yeah, I'm going to like finish this podcast, upload it to YouTube, upload it, and then make food, just prep all day, work out tonight. Ooh, maybe I'll see the hot attendant. What was the cute cashier? What the fuck are they called? The employee that works at the gym, the front desk agent. Maybe I'll like flirt with him again. Probably gonna do a full body workout today instead of just like I did lower body. I did glutes again. Like I'm literally, guys, I'm so proud of myself. Like I'm getting so strong. Like everything's getting lifted and tight and right, and I'm just proud of myself because it literally takes a month of consistency to be like, damn, this is what it's all about. Just consistent results, time, workout after workout. I was on the abduction machine yesterday, like burning out, and I'm like, I'm going past pain. I'm going to the point of like, my glute is going to burst out of my like leg. It's going to like shoot out into the crowd of ellipticals behind me. But like, I'm really pushing myself. It feels good. I feel like I'm fueling correctly because now I'm like, okay, if I'm going to put in all this work at the gym, I want my like nutrition to be on point. So I feel like I'm like everything is like it's on point right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm in a meal prep workout. Probably call my mom or something. I don't really know. I'm boring, and I'm so like I get embarrassed to talk about my life because I'm like, I don't know. I'll just like write in my notebook some stories to talk about tomorrow probably. And oh, I didn't mention. So my little studio here, if you look on the YouTube podcast, I like set up a makeup station off to the side. You can't see it in the video. Wait, I like put my makeup down on the side so like every morning I can like just like. I basically like fluff my brows up. I have my moisturizer, extra deodorant here if I need it during the podcast. I have moisturizer, it's just some concealer for zits, a mascara. I put mascara on. So yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm really like settling in here in my studio. And by the way, the shitty soundproof I got, I'm showing the YouTube podcast. It's super thin and it's off to the side here. You can see it in the frame, but I don't know, I'm like debating because my vision was to cover my entire studio here in all soundproof because I thought that'd be so cool and it would like actually help the quality and everything. But I don't know, the quality it's bad, but it's not like I'm talking, it's not like you're listening to me and it sounds like speakerphone bad. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just like having fun right now. I'm not trying to ball out with like a super expensive setup. I don't know. I mean, I do it every day. At some point I was like, do I want black soundproof behind me? But I think the light, like I have a white wall, then some pink soundproof. Anyways, why am I telling you this? I'm just trying to like bringing you part of my creative, I'm trying to like talk about my creative process. You know what I mean? I'm bringing you guys along the ride. And I thought about this before I started podcasting every day. I was the girl on Instagram you followed who would like, you'd never heard me talk this long. I never really let you in about my life other than like bullshit, like paragraphs I'd write once a month on like mental health. And I'd like post my witty captioned shit and like take a few selfies and stuff. Like that's all you knew me as. And so now I feel like, I don't know, I just want to like include you in everything. And yeah, it's fun. I love this. I'll never shut up about podcasting. I don't think there's anyone who loves podcasting as much as me. And I'd like to go to there should be an Olympic competition for that. Whose heart explodes the biggest when they turn on the microphone. I am on the internet looking for talking points to finish this podcast. Oh, dude, let's Google. So I didn't even mention Trump today or like what's going on with the the virus in him and everything, but I'm going to read some news. Government officials, family members, other. Okay. I know he got airlifted to. Oh, here we got an update.
You're free for over 24 hours. We remain cautiously optimistic, but he's doing great. With that, one other note. It should be clear that he's got plenty of work to get done from the chief of staff.
They're cautiously optimistic about his corona recovery, so that's the update from the physician. He's a good-looking physician. I mean, what physician isn't good-looking? I'm probably... dude, doctors are so hot. Those scrubs, the clean-shaven look, like the skin. They always have really nice, tight skin, and they're tan, and they're buff. Dude, there's something about a man in scrubs. It's like any man in uniform is hot, but like scrubs kind of like it. There's something about it. When I rushed myself to the ER a couple months ago, so dramatic. I know. I don't want to go into it, but there was a guy, the hottest like nurse man, front desk dude with like tats, and I was like, holy shit, this is like. I don't know. I'm trying to like get Trump updates. I liked Trump's tweet last night that was like, oh wait, I have to tell you guys something else I like saw a conspiracy about. Okay, wait, hold on. Trump's tweet. Going well, I think. Thank you all. All caps. Love. He tweeted that. And then he did like his little like update about his, like he did a video update, but people like the conspiracy people out there were dissecting when he wrote his first "we tested positive for COVID" tweet, and they're like, so he tweeted, "Tonight, FLOTUS, First Lady, and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together." So all of these like Q people out there are saying that together, if you break up the word together in all caps, it's to get her. And so they're like, it's, you know, the Hillary shit they're all talking about. And I'm like, I don't really know what's going on, but these people are like dissecting. They're like, everything he says, there's a hidden meaning. And I don't know what that is, but they're saying there's like 10 days of darkness right now. It's like a red October, like the hunted becomes the hunter, and like all this shit. And I really don't know what any of this means. I feel like there's some weird coincidences, and people are like, well, at what point does a coincidence, you know, it's like it's the numbers are they line up too much and everything. But I don't know. I try to like, I have fun reading about people's conspiracies and thoughts and stuff because it's fun. That's it. It's fun. It's interesting, but it does paranoid me. It does make me go like, holy shit. I feel like I'm being like, I feel like everything I've ever thought in my life is just not right. Like my reality is because someone has like molded and shaped it to be this. And like how I think of government, how I think of the world is like not the way it actually is, and that really freaks me out and paranoids me. So I just like to go watch, you know, I like watching football on Sundays, like going to the gym. I like podcasting, talking shit about my life, and scrolling social media all day because that makes me happy and it keeps me from being too paranoid. You know what I mean? I like to like keep it, like to keep my life pretty neutral, and the second I get in a deep dark rabbit hole at 2 a.m. on a conspiracy theory, I get too scared, and I get like, it just doesn't feel, I don't know, I just feel like I feel gross. I'm like, oh, like I didn't know that before. Now I know too much, and now I'm paranoid, and it's not fun. I like to, it's like out of sight, out of mind it. But dude, there's some weird coincidences going on, and it's tripping me up. Just on Twitter scrolling now. Kanye tweeting. I don't know. Need more coffee. I still haven't finished my coffee. Take the last sip actually. How'd you like my middle school coffee fact? Frappuccinos. So by the way, I used to play the flute. So when I was in middle school, I meant to tell this story the other day, but I played the flute. I'm saying this because I mentioned the coffee fact, and then, like you heard this in the beginning, and now I'm doing a little recap, but I remember starting to drink coffee. My first like exposure or whatever to caffeine was in the mall Starbucks on band field trips drinking frappuccinos. But anyways, I played the flute. It was my mom's flute. She like gave to me, and I got it like refurbished or whatever, like new pads on it, new case. It's a gator case. I remember it, like maroon velvet inside. It was so cool. But I was going to tell this story the other day because I was remembering being in band, and my band teacher was so verbally abusive to us. Like, if you know who I'm talking about out there, if you were in my school, like, he was so mean. Like, he would snap and like clap at you, and like he would like all of a sudden the whole class would go silent, and he'd like point at you, like he'd be like, "You play." And then you'd be like on the spot, and I'd be like playing my flute, fucking up I'd be like I couldn't I couldn't get the note high enough or whatever, and I'd be in the front of the whole class, and he would like get so aggressive about like, I don't know, just everything was so dramatic with him. And I remember, the worst part is when I ran track in middle school for the public middle school, because I was at a private one. I like jumped the fence every day to the high school to practice with them. It was like a thing. And I had to leave 30 minutes before school ended. And I always had band at the end of the day. And I remember it was so dramatic. Every fucking time I left for class to go play or to go run track, he like just the vibes. Like, we had a mutual agreement that I could do this. I had done it. It was like, 7th and 8th grade I did it. And it's like he knew like this was okay to do and everything, and he still made me feel so bad for going and leaving class early. And anyways, teachers back in the day, it's crazy to think about like the type of, and then like my 8th grade teacher was so scary when I think about it. Holy shit. Like, she would like shake our hand, so we lined up for 8th grade. I'm just storytelling now to finish the podcast. This will be the last thing I say, then I'll end it, because anyways, I gotta like meal prep. But my teacher in 8th grade would like, we'd have the pre-school starting playground time where you show up to school. I'm in 8th grade, so we're just like going there at the last second, and we line up. So the bell would ring, and my school had a big playground in front of the school where like it was like a big concrete parking lot type of thing with basketball hoops and shit. And when the bell rang before school, or like as the official like school starting bell, everyone lined up by your class like grade. And so I remember like the 8th grade line, we'd all line up, right? And every morning my 8th grade teacher would come and shake our hand. She like could do her rounds. She like walked from the front to the back of the line, and she would like look us in the eye and be like, "Good morning, Jacqueline." And I was like, "Oh, I know what she's doing. She's checking for mascara." And if I had mascara on, I would like lightly apply mascara, because I wasn't allowed to wear makeup or nail polish or anything, right? And I was always like, oh, like, or I had powder on, and she would like make us wash it off. Like so she would check in the morning, she'd shake her hand to greet us. She'd do her like pre-check, and then we'd get to class, and then she'd call us to her desk, and she'd be like, "Please go wash your makeup off in the bathroom." And then, yeah. So weird when I think about it. It was so creepy how like she had to like walk up to every single one of us and shake our hand. She's really nice. Like, I think she's like a really nice lady, but the whole like ritual of that was very strange. All right, I'm going to end the podcast now. This has been a great Saturday morning. Love what I do. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Just be a daily podcaster. I'm getting a DM here. Oh, I was like, I'm showing the camera. I have a tiny mini pumpkin, and I was like, should I carve this? Someone replied. I had a dream about carving pumpkins last night. I don't know why. So yeah, I hope you have a great Saturday. Oh shit, Bella Hadid. Damn. The Savage X Fenty. What was that? Like a Rihanna's lingerie line. They had like a show or something. It's insane. Like, that was so cool. The pictures from it, I didn't watch it, but like the pictures and videos are crazy. Bella Hadid is just, she is like, I have nothing bad. How, like, it's just how. That's all I want to know. How do you be like Anyways, I'm going to wrap up the podcast, do what I said I was going to do. I hope you have an amazing Saturday. Saturday. I'll be here tomorrow for the Sunday podcast. Maybe we'll talk football tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some research tonight, get some pregame, educate myself before the games, and then we could talk about it. I don't know. Sunday's going to happen. I'm going to podcast tomorrow. Then I'll be here all next week for 7 days. You always can tune in for the next. It's like, I'll be here tomorrow. I'm always here. I'm always here for you. Because you know what? I discovered that, or I assessed the fact that we've got a connection issue in this country, and we need more connection. And I'm providing the solution for you for that, by podcasting 7 days a week. I'm trying to be here, trying to be here for the people, I'm trying to unite the people, I'm trying to, I don't know. Let's connect. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing. People need, more connection. What am I doing? This is a train wreck of an ending. All right, I'm going to finish the podcast here. Patreon.com/tjms if you want to support the show. You can go to YouTube and subscribe to the podcast to watch it. I'll be shouting out my patrons right after I finish the episode. So stick around if you're a patron to hear a shout out. All right, I love you guys. Have a great Saturday. Bye.